Welcome, dear traveler. You have arrived at the threshold of stillness. This is a sanctuary built of silence and shadow, a place where the world outside, with its noise, its demands and its relentless pace, cannot follow you. Before we begin our journey into the deep subconscious, I want you to make a conscious decision to surrender. Surrender the day, surrender your worries, and surrender the tension you didn't even know you were holding. Adjust your position now. Feel the texture of your sheets against your skin. Feel the support of the mattress beneath you. Notice how it meets your weight, accepting you exactly as you are. There is nowhere else you need to be. No one is waiting for you. No task is left undone that cannot wait until the sun rises again. For now, your only job is to breathe and to listen. Close your eyes. Behind your eyelids, a soft, dark space begins to expand. This is the canvas of your dreams. To prepare this canvas, we must first quiet the instrument of your body. Let us begin with a deep, intentional breath. Inhale slowly through your nose, feeling the cool air travel down your throat, expanding your lungs and pushing your abdomen outward. Hold that breath for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now release it through your mouth with a long, slow sigh. Imagine that with this exhale, the first layer of gray, dusty stress from the day is leaving your body. Again, breathe in. This time, imagine you are breathing in a thick silver mist. This mist is cool, calm, and heavy. It fills your chest. Hold it. And as you exhale, feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Let them melt into the bed like wax melting under a gentle flame. Now, bring your awareness to the very top of your head. Imagine a tiny point of warm, golden light resting there. This light is the essence of relaxation. As I speak, this light will begin to flow downward, and wherever it touches, your muscles will turn to liquid. It flows over your forehead, smoothing out the lines of concentration. It moves over your eyebrows and into the space between them, the place where we hold our focus. Let that space widen and soften. The light pools in your eyelids, making them feel impossibly heavy. It would take too much effort to even think about opening them. You are happy to keep them closed. The golden warmth moves into your jaw. We carry so much of the world's tension in our jaw. Let it unhinge slightly. Let your teeth part. Feel your tongue go limp, rusting softly in the floor of your mouth. Your face is now a mask of perfect peace, expressionless and calm. The light flows down the side of your neck, tuning the cords of muscle that support your head all day. It pours into your collarbones and spreads out toward your shoulders. Feel your shoulders sinking deeper, deeper into the surface below you. They feel wide and relaxed. The warmth travels down your upper arms, bypassing the elbows and flowing into your forearms. It reaches your wrists, your palms, and finally, each individual finger. Thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. Your hands are heavy. They feel warm and still. Perhaps you feel a slight tingling in your fingertips. That is the stress leaving your body, being replaced by pure, stagnant rest. Now, focus on your chest. With every breath, your chest rises and falls like the tide of a calm evening sea. The golden light moves into your heart space, slowing your heart rate to a steady, rhythmic thrum. It moves down into your stomach, softening the solar plexus. All the knots of anxiety, the butterflies, the tightness, they dissolve under this golden warmth. Your abdomen is soft and rhythmic. The light travels down your spine. Feel it touching every single vertebra, one by one, from the top of your neck down to the base of your tailbone. Each bone settles, each nerve calms. The muscles along your spine spread out, letting go of their grip. It flows into your hips. Feel your pelvis becoming heavy, sinking into the bed. The relaxation pours into your thighs, the largest muscles in your body. They become like lead, heavy, solid, and still. The warmth moves through your knees, down your shins, and into your calves. Finally, it reaches your feet. It flows through your ankles, over the arches, and into all 10 toes. Your entire body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, is now encased in a cocoon of heavy, golden relaxation. You are not just lying on the bed, you are becoming part of it. You are safe, you are grounded, you are ready to leave the physical world behind. In a moment, I will count from 10 down to 1. With every number, you will feel yourself descending a grand, velvet staircase into the quietest parts of your mind. 10, sinking deeper into the softness. 9, the sounds of the outside world are fading into a distant hum. 8, your mind is becoming as clear as a mountain lake at midnight. 7, you are drifting, floating, weightless, yet happy.
Six. Halfway there, the air around you feels cooler, more peaceful. 5. Every muscle is completely unresponsive, lost in sleep. 4. Your thoughts are like clouds passing in a night sky. You see them, but you let them go. 3. Deep, deep relaxation. 2. Almost at the bottom of the stairs where the dream begins. 1. 0. You are now in a state of perfect receptivity. Now, let the journey truly begin. Part 2. The Silver Forest. Now that your body is a vessel of stillness, imagine that the darkness behind your eyelids begins to shift. The heavy, golden warmth of the room fades, replaced by a cool, refreshing breeze that smells of ancient pine, crushed mint, and the sweet, damp scent of moss after a midnight rain. You are no longer in your room. You are standing at the entrance of the Silver Forest. The ground beneath your feet is not hard. It is a thick carpet of silver moss that glows with a faint bioluminescent light as you take your first step. The moss cushions your weight, making you feel as though you are walking on a cloud. Each step is silent. Each step takes you further into a world where the sun never rises and the moon never sets, a world of eternal, peaceful twilight. Look up at the canopy above the trees. Here are gargantuan, their trunks made of smooth, silver bark that feels like polished stone. Their branches reach high into the indigo sky, weaving together to form a ceiling of shimmering leaves. The leaves are not green. They are shades of translucent blue and frosted silver. When the wind breathes through them, they don't rustle, they chime, a sound so delicate and high that it vibrates in your very bones, lulling your brain waves into a slower, deeper rhythm. As you walk deeper into the forest, you notice that the air is filled with tiny, floating embers of light. They drift lazily through the air like slow-motion fireflies. These are thought wisps. Each one represents a memory or a worry from your day. Watch one as it drifts toward a silver tree. As soon as it touches the bark, it is absorbed, neutralized, and turned into a beautiful glowing blossom on the branch. The forest is taking your burdens and turning them into beauty. You have nothing left to carry. You reach a clearing where a magnificent waterfall flows upward. Yes, the water rises from a basin of black obsidian, defying gravity, flowing toward the stars. The sound is not a roar, but a rhythmic, pulsing hum. It matches the frequency of your heart. You stand by the edge of this rising water and feel its cool mist on your face. The mist cleanses your aura. It washes away the invisible dust of doing, striving, and trying. Here you only are. Beyond the waterfall, you find a path made of flat, white stones. You decide to follow it as you walk. The forest becomes even quieter. The light grows dimmer, shifting from silver to a deep, comforting velvet violet. This is the heart of the forest, the place where deep sleep is born. To your right, you see a family of deer. They are made of starlight, their forms shimmering inferior. They are resting in a bed of ferns, their eyes closed, their breathing perfectly synchronized. They represent the safety of this place. No predator enters this forest. No conflict exists here. It is a realm of absolute biological peace. You continue along the path until you reach a bridge made of woven willow branches. The bridge arches over a river of liquid moonlight. The water is so still that it acts as a perfect mirror. You stop in the middle of the bridge and look down. You don't see your physical reflection. You see your soul. It looks like a calm, radiant star glowing steadily in the dark water. You realize that you are not your body. You are not your thoughts, and you are not your name. You are this light, undisturbed, eternal, and deeply, deeply tired. Across the bridge stands a structure that looks like a giant hollowed-out crystal. This is the Chamber of Echoes. The walls are made of translucent amethyst. You enter the chamber, and the air inside is perfectly still. There is no wind here, no sound, just the hum of the earth. In the center of the chamber, there is a circular bed of soft white owl feathers. You lie down on the feathers. They are so light that you feel as though you are suspended in midair. The walls of the amethyst chamber begin to pulse with a very slow, dim light. With every pulse, your mind drifts further
bong. With the fifth strike, you are simply a point of light in the infinite silver woods. You are now at the deepest point of the forest. The silver trees are bowing their heads toward you, protecting your sleep. The upward flowing waterfall is singing your name. In a language you only understand when you are dreaming. The starlight deer are watching over the bridge. You are completely, utterly, and beautifully alone in your peace. The silver moss begins to grow over the edges of your feather bed, wrapping you in a soft, living cocoon. It is warm, it is safe. It is the perfect temperature for a long winter's nap. You close your eyes within the dream, and as you do, the silver forest begins to dissolve into the great dark, the place where the deepest, most restorative sleep resides. Leaving the amethyst chamber behind, you find yourself floating. You are no longer walking, you are drifting like a leaf on a gentle current. The silver forest has faded into a soft charcoal mist, and beneath you, the river of time begins to reveal itself. This is not a river of water, but a river of pure, flowing starlight, a liquid ribbon of memory, potential, and absolute stillness. The river is vast, stretching infinitely in both directions. It represents the flow of your life, but here in this sacred space, the river has paused. The current is so slow, it is almost imperceptible. You find yourself lying in a vessel made of translucent glass, a boat that feels like an extension of your own body. It is lined with blankets woven from the silk of dreams, cool to the touch, but radiating a deep internal warmth. As you drift down the river of time, you see memory orbs floating just beneath the surface of the water. They are like glowing pearls. Some contain scenes from your childhood, the scent of a kitchen, the sound of a specific laughter, the feeling of a summer sun on your skin. Others contain the events of this morning, this afternoon, this evening. Normally, these memories have weight. They pull at your attention, but here they are weightless as your glass boat glides over them. The river's light washes them clean. Any sharp edges of regret, any heavy stones of should have or could have are smoothed away by the liquid starlight. You are witnessing your life from a place of total detachment and total love. You see that every moment was just a ripple on the surface, and beneath it all, the depths remained calm. The air above the river is filled with a soft indigo haze. There is no horizon. There is no there to get to. There is only the sensation of being carried. You realize that for your entire life, you have been trying to row, trying to steer, trying to fight the current. But now, you have let go of the oars, you have dropped them into the deep, and they have vanished. You are finally allowing the universe to carry you. The sound of the river is a low-frequency vibration, a deep om that resonates in your solar plexus. It is the sound of the earth turning on its axis. It is the sound of the stars burning in the distance. The sound is a solvent. It dissolves the last remnants of your ego. Your name starts to feel like a distant word from a language you no longer speak. Your job, your status, your worries about the future, they are like dry leaves being swept away by a cosmic wind. You are entering the zone of non-doing. In this zone, your brain waves slow down to the theta state and then deeper into delta. Imagine your mind is a giant clock. pendulum has been swinging violently all day, back and forth, stress and relief, past and future. But now, the pendulum is slowing down. The swings are becoming smaller, smaller. And now, the pendulum reaches the center. It stops. The clock of your mind has ceased its ticking. There is only the silence between the seconds. In that silence, there is an infinite space. It is a vast, dark, and beautiful void. It is the womb of all creation, the place where your soul goes to be reborn every night. As you drift further down the river of time, the indigo haze turns into a deep obsidian black. This is not the blackness of a grave, but the blackness of deep space, rich, full, and protective. You see the great sleep approaching. It looks like a massive, soft curtain of shadow at the end of the river. As your boat approaches the curtain, you feel a sense of homecoming. Every cell in your body is singing a song of gratitude. Your DNA is repairing itself in the stillness. Your immune system is strengthening in the quiet. Your subconscious is organizing your experiences, filing away what is useful and discarding what is not. You are now at the very edge of the curtain. You reach out a hand made of light and touch the shadow. It feels like cool silk. It is the softest thing you have ever felt. 10. You are merging with the shadow. 9. The river of time is disappearing behind you.
Beyond the curtain of shadow lies the final destination of our journey tonight. The Temple of Stars. This is not a building made of stone or wood, but a cathedral of pure light and celestial silence, floating in the heart of the deep cosmos. As you pass through the threshold, you feel the final fragments of gravity leave your spirit. You are weightless. You are unbound. You are free. The floor of this temple is a dark, polished obsidian that looks like a frozen lake reflecting the entirety of the night sky. With every step you take, though you are more drifting than walking, ripples of soft violet light expand outward from beneath you. These ripples carry away the very last traces of human tension. Any lingering thought of tomorrow, any tiny spark of to-do is extinguished by the immense, cool peace of this cosmic hall. Look up. There is no ceiling here. Instead, you see the swirling nebula of the universe, clouds of rose, gold, and deep emerald gas, cradling billions of infant stars. You realize that you are made of this same stardust. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the very atoms of your being were forged in the hearts of these distant suns. Coming here is not an escape. It is a return to your true origin. You are home. In the center of the temple, 4 massive pillars of white light rise toward the heavens. They represent the 4 pillars of existence: peace, silence, healing, and sleep. You move toward the center, drawn by a magnetic pull of pure comfort.
There, suspended in the air between the pillars, is a cradle of woven moonlight. It is the softest place in the universe. You settle into the cradle. It feels as though you are being held by the galaxy itself. The light from the pillars begins to pulse in a very slow, hypnotic rhythm, a visual lullaby. Pulse and fade, pulse and fade. As you watch the light, your eyelids become heavier than they have ever been. It is a delicious heaviness, a weight you have earned, a weight you embrace. A soft sound begins to fill the temple. It is the music of the spheres, the subtle, harmonic resonance of the planets as they glide through the void. It sounds like 1,000 silver harps played by the wind. This melody bypasses your ears and speaks directly to your nervous system, telling it that the work is done. The struggle is over. The day is conquered, and the night has won. In this cradle of moonlight, you begin to experience the expansion of the soul. You feel your consciousness growing larger than your body. You expand past the temple, past the silver forest, past the river, and out into the vast, velvet emptiness of space. You are as wide as the Milky Way. You are as deep as a black hole. You are as bright as a supernova. As you expand, you realize that you are part of a great universal rhythm. The universe breathes and you breathe with it. The universe dreams and you dream with it. There is no separation. There is no fear. There is only the hum of existence. Now, the temple of stars begins to dim. The pillars of light soften into a dim amber glow. The music of the spheres fades into a single low-frequency hum. The stars above begin to blink out, one by one, tucking themselves into the darkness. You are so tired now. A deep, heavy, spiritual tiredness that feels like a blessing. Your mind is no longer thinking in words. It is thinking in colors, deep blues, dark purples, endless blacks. I will now give you the final count. This count is the bridge between this world and the world of deep, dreamless sleep. With each number, you will drift further into the dark. 10. The temple is vanishing. 9. The cradle of moonlight is dissolving into the velvet void. 8. You are falling into a soft, endless ocean of clouds. 7. The clouds are warm and supportive. 6. Your name is a fading echo. 5. Your body is a distant memory. 4. Total surrender. 3. Total peace. 2. Total stillness. 1. Sleep. The journey is complete. You have arrived. There is nothing left to hear. There is nothing left to see. There is only the rest. The deep, healing, infinite rest. Good night, traveler.
Now, at the deepest core of your slumber, we enter the final layer of the subconscious, the dream weaving. You have left the physical world, the silver forest, the river of time, and even the temple of stars behind. You are now in the primordial space, where dreams are born, A realm of pure potential where the fabric of reality is as soft and malleable as silk. In this space, there is no up or down, no left or right. You are floating in a warm, iridescent fog. The colors around you are not fixed. They shift and swirl like oil on water, shades of deep amethyst, midnight blue, and a glowing pearlescent white. This fog is made of dream thread, the raw material of the imagination. It is gentle, cool, and infinitely comforting. Imagine a giant, golden loom standing in the center of your consciousness. This loom is not made of wood or metal, but of pure, concentrated intention. It is the weaver of your restoration. As you watch, the loom begins to move with a slow, hypnotic rhythm. Thrum, click, thrum, click. It is weaving a tapestry of your healing. The first thread is a silver strand of peace. Watch as it is woven into the fog, creating a foundation of absolute security. This thread ensures that as you sleep, your heart remains calm and your spirit remains protected. You feel a sense of profound safety, as if you are being wrapped in a cocoon of light that no shadow can penetrate. The second thread is a deep green strand of physical repair. This thread travels through your sleeping form, knitting together the wear and tear of the day. It moves through your cells, your muscles, and your bones, recharging your energy like a battery being filled with light. You can feel a phantom warmth spreading through you as this thread does its silent, holy work. The third thread is a violet strand of mental clarity. This thread moves through the labyrinth of your mind, gently untangling the knots of the day's conversations, the puzzles you couldn't solve, and the noise of the world. It organizes your thoughts into neat, quiet rows, clearing the space so that when you wake, your mind will be as sharp and clear as a mountain spring. As the loom continues its work, the music of the weaving begins to fill the void. It is a sound beyond human ears, a celestial hum that vibrates at the frequency of deep, dreamless sleep. It is the sound of the universe whispering to itself. You find yourself sinking even deeper into the iridescent fog. You are becoming one with the tapestry. You are no longer the observer. You are the dream itself. Whoa. Look ahead of you. A door of pure white light begins to form in the mist. This is the entrance to your sanctuary of dreams. Beyond this door lies whatever your heart desires most for its rest. Perhaps it is a quiet beach where the waves are made of velvet. Perhaps it is a mountain cabin where the slow falls in total silence. Perhaps it is simply a vast, empty space of perfect love in darkness. You drift toward the door. As you reach it, you feel a final wave of release. This is the grand surrender.
You are letting go